If you think about it, we're pretty much the coolest class ever. Our births ushered in the new millennium. We're the last class to have lived in the 20th century, and if we ever forget our age, we simply have to look at the last 2 digits of the year to know. We're the resolute A'ali'i and powerful year of the dragons with a strong, fiery, actual color to match. The incredible class of 2018. Here is the story of our Red Sea. While my sallow, stress-paled visage and inability to surf may make skeptics of you all, I have always been connected to the ocean. It has been my source of refuge and of strength and challenge, as I'm sure it is to many of you. Our journey through Kamehameha has been an ocean. At times it's been an extremely rough one, but always pushing us towards the horizon. The next big adventure, the manifestation of our hopes and dreams. Our journey started in elementary, the place of fascination and excitement, where dark under-eye circles and the word stress was non-existent. The playgrounds were our tide pools, full of crawling creatures to explore. Every overturned rock seemed to hold countless treasures, and the world was bright and happy, beckoning us to play. I was fortunate enough to attend Kamehameha from the 4th grade, missing out on the bigger and better playground, but still able to participate in the daily soda crackers and being taller than most boys for those few glorious years. I was welcomed to campus with a lei from Amanda Lee and spent most of my recesses, if you can remember those things, playing basketball, tetherball, foursquare, or a combination of the 3. Gabby Smythe and I wrote this masterpiece of a novel where we transformed the entirety of our 4th grade class into various animals. Jacob Thompson was an unbreakable golden eagle, and Kaya Melchor was, mind you, all these people chose their own animal and power. Kaya Melchor was a stretching-powered white giraffe. We had timed 1-mile runs and modified pull-ups. The athletes of us were able to use the pegboard, and we would annually participate in jump rope for heart. Under the tutelage of Mrs. Bright, some of us worshiped the almighty duct tape and sampled foods from around the world. But regardless of the instrument we played, we all learned how to do the dun 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 dum 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 Hawaii Five-O drum solo during our 1-year stint as band dorks. Some of us never grew out of that band phase though. 5th grade, which is now immortalized in a series of embarrassing pictures on Mr. Chung's Facebook, was a wonderful year full of semi-graphic historical movies and math that I would not relearn until 10th grade. We all had a taste of the spotlight. My play husband, Lele Kawai'aia, remembered to pull up his pants for the real show, but Cullen Kekua still held the newspaper upside down. We danced along to My Girl and Katy Perry's Firework, shedding light and pride onto previously untold stories of the residents of the Kalaupapa colony. Scrambling over rocks and gravel during our crater hike or traversing through the dark lava tubes, the 6th grade Huaka'i encapsulated the true exploratory nature in all of us. We saw the grandeur of Halema'uma'u and performed outrageous skits for one another during our talent show. The early generation of memes made its debut this year, with everyone saying how much of a boss they were. Isn't that right, Bossy Poo? Mr. Gray was the best teacher we ever had in our lives, and Math Olympics was sadly not quadrennial, as its name seemed to suggest. As our numbers swelled, we waded deeper towards that horizon line. We were the ones to christen the new middle school, having to adapt to the new experience of no classroom walls. I'd say we did pretty well. We grew close as a class as a result, reenacting the Civil War with a massive water balloon fight, watching Catching Fire together as a class, and sweating as one during our Friday afternoon pico panina. I made so many lasting friendships. 8 of us friends were particularly crazy, and middle school dances were as awkward as one would expect, with most of us only attending for the food, lest we be placed in the no-no box. I served my mandatory time crushing on the beautiful Kanaiho during these years, and a little bit more, not gonna lie. Many of us started our Kamehameha athletic careers, and all of us were forced to somewhat athleticize ourselves to survive the cumulative PE event. We then encountered some pretty massive waves in high school. If you thought intermediate PE was rough, you were in for a sweet surprise with the freshman 3K swim or 10K run and the sophomore biathlon. Our classes were definitely harder than in years past, and with the influx of new students and the differences in scheduling, old friendships were tested while new ones were made. But for the most part, we learned how to ride out the sets we faced. PE classes turned into our 100% accurate, yet for sure I worked out 6 hours this week PE logs, and we found solace with each other during our tough classes. To the 7 of you guys in AP Physics C, y'all are the real ones. From Just a Kiss to our Happily Ever After, our class board created 2 magical nights full of singing, dancing, and I got to go with the cutest guy in school both times. Elia served as a lighthouse, guiding us to victory, showing us how to win despite all that lying. We showed the true might of the Red Sea. And we showed the true might of the Red Sea as we swept away the competition. He Mele La Hui Hawaii is the 4th highest scored song ever. Our grade dominated at Emu Olympics, with A-Town, Easy, Single Dads, and Mullet Squad picking up wins. My memory's a little hazy, but I think we had another team, led by Jono Po, Black and Blue. Weren't they super good until they weren't? I'm super joking, you guys are really scary and good, please don't hurt me. I have to give a huge shout out to the Varsity 1 girls volleyball team. They secured December 6th as Kamehameha Schools Varsity Girls Championship Volleyball Day. As for other athletic news, our band swept this marching season. Speech and debate won the state championship overall, our surf team won states, and our honor science research took home many state and national awards. While this year may have not been our most illustrative athletic season, what made our class special were all the screaming fans and clever signs waving from the stands. You can count on our class to support one another at every game or event. A reward of solidarity that we take with us far beyond a court, field, or pool. The true strength of our class ultimately arises through our gregariousness and compassion. With proverbial angel Roxy Maderos and the Brock Bar at the Pinnacle, we have always excelled at making friends across all walks of life. As As our journey at Kamehameha comes to an end, we would like to thank the people who pushed us to the water and then taught us how to swim. We'd like to thank our po'okula and our principals, as well as the rest of the administration for all of their hard work. We especially would like to thank Ms. Regua for being the best vice principal a class could have. You rock. We also give all of our thanks to the teachers, coaches, and counselors who have guided us along the way. To Ms. Ish, Mrs. Razi, Mr. Slagle, and Coach Randy Barr, thank you for your advice and encouragement. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, families. You have supported us since the beginning, and we are so grateful to have you here with us on this special night. To my parents, Lance and Wanda, and my baby brother Joshua, and the rest of my family, thank you for your unconditional love. I love you unconditionally back. Thank you to our friends. A journey across an ocean is impossible alone. I am blessed to have so many wonderful friends. Sorry. And I am grateful for you. Especially my beautiful, amazing besties. Emily, Brianne, Jenna, Lauren, Kiana, and Brenda. Thank you guys for being the greatest sisters. I love you so much. To Princess Bernice Puahi Bishop and Charles Reed Bishop, we are forever indebted to your generosity and the opportunities offered to us. And finally to you, class of 2018, thank you. We have laughed, cried, and grown up together. I could not be more proud of us, and I am blown away by the kindness each of you have shared. It is such an honor to graduate alongside you all. As the sun sets on this chapter of our lives, the sea begins to turn a brilliant red. One last tribute to us. The skyline is as vast, as limitless as it was when we first set our eyes on it. But when we turn to look behind, we can truly see how far we've come. It's time for us to depart and chase our own horizons. There's only open water ahead.